and welcome to Sportsworld Weekend. I'm Paul Sung. We kick off with the upcoming Singapore Athletics elections. Now, nominations close tomorrow for the elections on 27 June. Earlier this week, incumbent President Tang Wing-Fei revealed he wouldn't be running for re-election. So far, only 2 teams have announced their interest in the 14 positions in the management committee. One is led by current Honorary Secretary Ho Man Cheong. The other, Edmund Pereira's Team Athletics, which announced its full lineup on Friday. Against a backdrop of long-standing conflict within the association, Pereira is determined that his team win every seat for the sake of cohesiveness and teamwork. If elected, the 66-year-old lawyer wants an inclusive approach, consulting athletes, coaches, and even sponsors. Interestingly, he's backed by Tang and former president and rival Loh Ling Kwok, who has agreed to be an informal advisor. Pereira tells Olivia Quay what else he has in mind in restoring Singapore athletics.
Mr. Pereira, this is the 3rd time you'll be running for the SA presidency. And so what is it about this role that makes you keep coming back? Because, you have lost the previous 2 times.
Well, others have identified me as the right person for the job. They know me. They know what I can do and what I am passionate about. So I was an athlete before. I know what it is like. And after as time went by, when I didn't see much change, I did not want to carry on further. I told myself, it is no point fighting everybody, because at the end of the day, it is the athlete who suffers.
And so is running this year any different?
I felt that, I think, if I don't do it now, that's it. I'll never be able to offer myself and offer what I think I can offer to the sport in Singapore. And I would like to involve everyone, including the athletes. The fact that athletes are coming up to ask to be heard is a telltale sign of something happening on the ground. I want to have an open system, and that is where the transparency comes in.
You're backed by 13 other people, so give me an idea how and why you chose these individuals to be on your team.
Well, it was a mixture of experience and youth, and also my discussions with Mr. Tang, we had to take into consideration succession planning.
Mr. Tang said the lack of a cohesive team in the SA was one of the reasons why he decided not to run for re-election. So, Mr. Pereira, if you become the new SA president, is that one of the things you are worried about?
If I do not have the team that we are putting forward, all of them, and there are some who are from the opposition, and they are part of the team now, well, we all have to work together. That is my second situation I have to encounter. I have got to set the mood and the tone.
Now, you have said that you want track and field to be a mainstay in Singapore. And if you do become the new SA president, what are some of the tangible steps that you will take to ensure this will happen?
We've got to have a bigger base of athletes, and together with the athletes must be the coaches. And we have to examine and see at what phase of the development of these coaches that we have, vis-a-vis the athletes. Whether there's a need to bring more foreign coaches, if necessary. Whether there's a need to expose our athletes in different jurisdictions or in different competitions elsewhere. Training stints, scholarships. The swimming has done it, the swimming is doing it. Why not track and field?
Well, the method seems easy enough, but what are some of the obstacles you foresee? Is it finance or anything else?
I don't think finance is an issue. And I think perhaps it's the mindset. I think that is something we really need to look into. Because an athlete, once he goes to the starting block with a mind in place, thinking that, I may not succeed, but I'm fighting for 2nd and 3rd, or maybe I just want 3rd, then that athlete is in the wrong race.
Some in the sport say the association must put the interests of athletics or athletes first, instead of politicking among committee members. Former national sprinter UK Sham says athletics is a sport where times, distances and heights determine how good an athlete is for selection to competitions. But according to the 39-year-old, personal agendas of committee members sometimes get in the way of selecting the best athlete for events.
The irony is that track and field is actually a sport where you have very clear, objective markers. Let's say in terms of selection criteria and all that, right? It's the one sport where, you look at the qualification mark, you look at the time and all that. You disagree on selection criteria, and then you start bickering about who should go, who shouldn't go and all that. So it becomes personal.
The association could be heading in a new direction when the new management committee is elected on 27 June. Different alliances have been forged, and in a move that took the athletics community by surprise, Edmund Pereira has received the endorsements of longtime rivals Tang, Wing Fei, and Lo Ling Kok. And Cham says this is an important advantage in his presidency bid.
I think it's a good signal. So you have like possibly or prospectively like people who are in Mr. Lo's camp to now like, whoa, okay, so maybe Mr. Lo also is on the same page as Edmund. Maybe we should give him the vote of confidence.